We are live. We've been live for four
Four and
minutes now.
yeah, 4:20.
4:20 was it? I'm sorry. So, welcome to the new podcast. Uh, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Elizabeth Ella Rose.
And I'm Ash, or you can also call me Summer. Summer is kind of a nickname, you know. I've had that nickname for like 10 years.
Oh yeah,
Oh my goodness.
we're old.
No, no. I hate being old. How dare.
All of the songs we knew from the 2000s are now about 20 years old.
Oh, that hurts me.
It hurts me too. 15, 20 years old at least, depending on what
Oh,
year.
oh no. I hate it. Thanks.
I hate it too,
Thanks, I hate it.
but I love it.
Oh no.
It means that I'm out
So,
of my past. Tap, tap, tap.
so, today's podcast, we are going to be theming around Halloween culture. I know Halloween's kind of over, and when you go into stores, it's Christmas now.
I just saw
It's not
those.
Chris. It's not Christmas, okay?
Santa
It's not.
everywhere.
Oh my god. I it's like at some point we're going to go into the store and we're just gonna have every single holiday in the entire store all at once.
As soon as Christmas is over, then Valentine's Day goes up, and then St. Patrick's Day. All at once.
Oh, it's too much. It's too
Too
much.
much at once.
Oh dear. And it's like cuz I've worked in retail. You have too.
Me too.
And we both know that everyone complains about how uh, we put up Christmas and stuff too early.
Mm-hmm.
We do it because everyone comes in and buys it at, at it's the shoppers. I don't want to put blame on anyone, but
If the
like
shoppers didn't want it, then they wouldn't demand it to be out.
yeah,
But at the same time, they need to be smarter and work smarter, not harder, and wait until everything is on sale after the holiday ends and then buy it for next year.
what do you think I do?
That's
I
exactly what I
wait.
do too.
I buy for next year.
Yep.
Wait until especially during Christmas, because during Christmas, if you
Oh,
go
yeah.
to like Dollar General, most of the gift sets after a while, there's a lot of them, especially if it's a slow store, they go down to like 90% off.
I know. It's crazy.
It's it's like instead of paying like 15, $20, you just pay $1.
Yep. I've even paid 50 cents for something. I remember people would come in to one of the stores I worked at and would go to the clearance section and find items that were penny items, and they would come in and get them because they were,
Shoppers.
yes, they were all penny items. So they came up as like 2 pennies.
Uh,
Oh, we have another
uh,
viewer.
uh, they're gone.
Oh, they're gone already. It still
They're
says
gone.
two. It still says 2 viewers, but maybe it just hasn't updated for me.
I hope we still have two viewers. That would be nice.
That would be very nice. Welcome if you're still here. Say something. How are you? What's your name?
Don't scare them away. Oh dear. Okay, so I do have a few things, because I know we're both like ADHD or something. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Um, what's your favorite Halloween movie?
I was thinking about that when you had asked me, and I don't really have a favorite classic Halloween movie because I go straight for Freddy versus Jason or Freddy Krueger series, just because that was the first thing that my mom showed me as a child that was a horror film. It made me not scared of horror films. What about you?
Sensitized to horror?
Yeah,
You?
yeah.
I remember because it's not like it's not like that was my first time watching something that was like a horror movie. because the first time I watched a horror movie, it was a really long time ago, and it was at my sister's house actually, and I was really, really young, and it was something to do with a clown and a chainsaw, I think. It was a really long time ago, so it's really hard to remember exactly what it is, but
Yeah.
I think that was like the last time that I had watched a horror movie, and then I met you, and you were like, "Let's watch horror movies," and I was like, "Okay."
I'm obsessed with horror. I try to find the scariest things that I possibly can. I'll go on YouTube and see those short horror films. Or have you heard of the back rooms?
Yeah, short films for that, yeah.
Yeah, not just the short films, but they have games for it now
Yeah.
and short films.
Oh,
They have
they've had games for that for a very long time. It's because it's part of the I think
creepypasta.
yeah no. Um what is it called? Uh SCP. It's part of the SCP.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Containment breach? Yeah,
Yes.
that's I'm pretty sure it's part of that.
It's part of that and it's creepypasta because as soon as SCP came out with it, I think that creepypasta had made more rooms. There's like over 9,000 rooms that have been uh, told about. Like they've made up
Oh
stories
yeah.
about them.
Yeah, they just keep adding to it.
I
It's like an
know.
endless maze.
Some of them scare the crap out of me. Like I couldn't go to sleep a couple nights ago because we were watching the Backroom series while I was going to sleep.
Oh jeez.
Just imagine not being able to escape an infinite maze.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I think the reason people are afraid of endless mazes or being trapped somewhere is the just the immediate thought of starvation and dying alone.
See, yeah, that's exactly what I would think because I know that if I had somebody there with me, I would be fine dying with them.
Yeah, I think a lot of people that's one of their fears. I mean, death is a fear in general,
I'm
but
not scared of dying though. I'm scared of
it
living.
just I think it just makes it worse knowing that you're going to be alone.
Yeah, and there's monsters back there in the back rooms, so you got to think that it's more terrifying knowing that something's chasing you and can kill you possibly, not just starvation.
I think I'm more afraid of I don't think I'm afraid of chasing. I think I'm more afraid of the seeing things and not knowing if it's real or not.
Yeah.
Like you see something move in the corner of your eye, you look and there's nothing there, and you're like, did I see something or didn't I?
Yeah,
Is
I
it there or
my number one fear is definitely being chased. Anybody chases me in real life, I absolutely scream bloody murder.
have you dreamed like that?
Have I ever
Are you being chased?
Oh yeah, 100%. I remember when my significant other had obviously scared the bejeebus out of me and started chasing me upstairs. And I can't really run upstairs that fast. And
Yeah.
so it's terrifying somebody chasing you, even though it's somebody you know. I don't like the whole pitter patter of feet, and I don't know. I don't like it. But
Like
horror.
I don't like footsteps. They like it creeps me out. I don't know.
Yeah, and it has to do with chasing.
Yeah. Another thing, you know, during this time, it happens every single year. I've noticed every single, even since when I was a child, I've always known. You know about the candy every year. They always, because I grew up, and my parents always told me to that they had to look at my candy to make sure there wasn't like anything in it,
Yeah.
like razor blades or something. but it's never happened. I've never once had that happen. So I don't know if that's like an actual thing that happened, or it's just like a legend that, or something that people say to like fear mongering, you know?
You know, that could be the case, but I do know it happened once to me. There wasn't any razor blades, there was just a poke hole. So I'm guessing that something was injected into it. So my mom caught that quickly and definitely did not let us eat that. And I'm pretty sure anything that came from the house that we went to, she had them like separated into bags so that way she could know like what bags of candy went where.
Yeah, actually, a pretty good idea, like to separate it by house,
Yeah,
because then you can like not only can you like warn other people,
yeah.
but if they give you more than one, then you can sort that out.
I intended on, this is a little off topic, but I intended on with my children, I intended on getting the Halloween candy myself and giving it to my family members or friends
Yeah,
and letting them trick or treat at a young age that way because once they're older, they can go out and trick or treat normally. But until they're old enough to, go trick or treating themselves with somebody that's not me or maybe it is me, I want them to just at least be safe.
that is a lot safer to do. Is
Mm-hmm.
with very young children is just buy a bag of candy.
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
But the experience is also important, so I don't want them to just get candy for no reason. But also, I think we were talking about the whole. I can't even remember now. I just blanked.
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh, no, you're fine. I just blanked.
No, you're fine. Um, a new thing that I saw this year happening with the candy is I saw a lot on Facebook, and I know it's not true, but people were warning about weed candy.
Yeah, and I kind of have my own opinion on this because as a marijuana user myself, I definitely think that I wouldn't ever give out any marijuana to kids because I know better. But yet again, they're doing razor blades, so. Um, but I definitely don't think that it's a big concern because it is a bit dangerous for little kids, but it's not going to kill them or make them overdose. There has never been an overdose on marijuana. So, I think it's still a concern, but it's not the biggest concern compared to, being drugs or, you know, razor blades in the candy.
That like expensive.
It's very expensive. I'm pretty
That's the
sure.
thing. Like, if it's expensive, why would someone be handing it out?
Yeah, I don't even think that I wouldn't even think how crazy do you have to be to unwrap a piece of paper, put a razor blade in it, and then wrap it back up somehow? Like that's a lot of work for nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of getting candy and trick or treating,
Mhm.
how old do you think is too old to be trick or treating?
I think you should be able to be any age and go trick or treating. I don't think there should ever be a limit because your childhood shouldn't stop as soon as you're a certain age. If you feel comfortable going trick or treating at 50 some years old and people are actually going to give you candy, I think it would be the most fun childhood reminiscing thing that you could ever do for yourself.
Personally, wouldn't go trick or treating, but that's just me. But I mean, there's a lot of adults that once they get old enough, instead of trick or treating, they just have Halloween parties,
Yeah.
but they
Or
still dress up.
yeah, or they'll dress up and give out the candy so it's like you're
Yeah,
trick or treating just not getting the candy.
they're it's like because people cosplay a lot.
Yes.
So if an adult can cosplay, Why can't they trick or treat?
Exactly.
Why is it weird to
Because
people?
I think it's because society has made it and deemed it a childish thing, and they make you seem like you're a child if you do certain things. Well, call me a child, because as long as I'm having fun, shouldn't that matter? You know, as long as I'm having
Well,
fun and I'm happy.
well, that's another thing because I know people who are, um, I don't know what to call it, but they're like mentally a child, but they're an adult.
Yeah.
There's there's people like that. They exist.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but they exist,
Yes, they do.
and I don't feel like we should exclude them just because they're technically an adult. Because to them, in their eyes, they are a child.
I mean, I still do childish things. I know when to be an adult and I know when to be a child, and sometimes I do childish things. I wish I could have went trick-or-treating this year, but I decided not to go because I decided to stay home and watch horror films all day.
Yeah, it should be a personal choice, not
Yes.
a society choice.
Exactly. I think you should be able to make your own choices for yourself.
Saying a lot of these problems are caused by Facebook, by the way.
Oh
Just seeing
yeah.
posts of misinformation and stuff, just things that I see all the time, spreading information around, people sharing posts. One thing that I noticed a lot on my Facebook is because I'm friends on Facebook with a lot of Christians, and they like to post a lot during Halloween that not to celebrate Halloween because it's celebrating Satan and the devil, and
Yeah,
I I
that's
have a few things to say about that.
you go ahead
But
and
you go ahead.
say.
You go ahead.
Okay. So a few things that I want to say is the first thing is it has nothing to do with Satan actually. I don't know the true meaning, so I don't want to just blurb some random stuff and think that it's fact. But do your own research on that to everybody out there, because it has nothing to do with Satan. That's something that the Christians made up to. I don't know why actually. They did make up a lot of stuff. And I call them Christian Nazis because there's Christians and then there's Christian Nazis, because the ones are true to the book, they're kind people, they're good people, they actually believe in, loving yourself for who you are, that kind of thing. But the other Christians, they constantly degrade people and hurt people and try to say, oh, well, this happened. Well, no, they have a lot of misinformation, and I'm not sure where they get it all from.
Yeah. I actually did some research on the holiday of
Oh, good.
Halloween,
Awesome.
and it's it's basically it's kind of weird because when I looked it up when I did the research, it said that Western Christians uh, celebrate it. So I don't know if that's true or not. When I do talk about this, I want everyone to just remember that not to take my words 100% because I am getting this from the internet from doing research. So always do your own research whenever we talk about something. But it says that All Hallows Day. It begins the observance of All Hallows Tide, the time in where people. It's basically remembering the dead
Yes.
or the departed, and it's not really okay. Here's the thing: everyone celebrates a holiday differently.
Absolutely.
Like Easter, for example. Christians obviously celebrate it because of of you know Jesus, but most people celebrate it because they for the kids the egg hunts and stuff. They just want candy and to have fun and to just be around family during that time. Is just, and it doesn't have that religious meaning to them.
Yeah.
And just like Christmas,
Yeah.
obviously Christians celebrate the birth of Jesus, but a lot of people just do it
For the
for
greedy gift.
for gifting, for gifting each other and being thankful for each other. You know, it's the season of giving.
Of course.
So what are your thoughts on that?
So,
On yeah,
in my own opinion, this is my opinion, I think that as long as you're happy, you should be able to celebrate a holiday however you want and not judge anybody else for how they celebrate a holiday, but that's in a perfect world and that's not going to happen. So there are going to be people that judge you, so just kind of stick true to what you want to do. But as far as when I have children, I'm not going to. I'm sorry if there are kids on this podcast, but it shouldn't be. There should never be any kids younger than like maybe 12. I don't know. But I'm not going to tell my kids that some random guy had given them gifts because let's say little Sally down the road didn't get an iPhone for Christmas because Santa didn't love her that much. But my kid ended up getting an iPhone for Christmas or something. That's not fair. So I'm going to teach them that it's not just about gifts. I'm going to teach them that it's about rejoicing with one another, being as a family. And if I do give them any gifts, it will be from me because it just means more that way, I guess. But that's just my own opinion. Other people, if you want to use the whole Santa thing, 100% do what you want to. But in my opinion, I just don't agree with it.
yeah. It's like some people do like Christmas for the Christians,
Of course.
for the birth of Jesus, and then some people do it for the Santa, for giving to the children, and some people just give in general,
Of course.
and that's fine. No one has any problems with that.
Exactly.
I definitely don't.
Oh, yeah. I 100% think that your happiness is the utmost importance.
Yeah, it's about if you want to celebrate it, celebrate it the way you want to, not how people tell you to. And especially not how everyone, like society, wants you to.
Yeah, you don't
Because
have to
I
go.
think-
You don't have to
yeah.
go with what everybody else does, also.
Because I think in society with Halloween, I think it's a big thing that everyone thinks that it's about Satan and devils. It didn't start out that way. I think it's just because the whole costume thing. Fun fact: the costumes were actually to scare off. It was meant to scare off evil spirits.
Yes, that was the purpose of the jack-o'-lanterns and any kind of decorations.
Yes. Fun fact: if you didn't know that,
It's a very
the
fun fact.
whole trick-or-treating thing started, or the costume thing started, because it was believed to scare off evil spirits.
It's a cool fun fact.
Yeah. So there's your information for the day. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt. Do your own research. Always do your own research
Absolutely.
with everything, honestly, that you see online.
And don't just research it online. You can go to books. You can talk to people who know more about it. You can watch
Yeah.
YouTube channels about it because people talking about it is more of information than the internet.
Yeah. I also think that important to it's important to say that when doing research, always make sure the source material is good
And reliable.
and you're reliable. That was a big thing when we were going to school, was because remember in history class we had to do a what was it called, where we had to do like a small report on what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
And we had to base it off of source material that was reliable. I think that was a good idea that our teacher did that, because then it showed us how to find good source materials or
Yes.
reliable sources.
Because you really can't trust the news sites and stuff. You cannot trust those 100% because most of the time they're either focusing on the wrong things or they completely tell the story wrong and have a lot of
They're biased.
misinformation. Yeah, very biased.
Well, that and I have a hatred for some of these news sites because of the titles.
Yes.
Just the titles, because they know that when you're on Facebook and you see that title, no one's clicking on it. They're just gonna go by what the title says.
It's very misleading.
It is. So that's all of my talking points that I have. Is there anything else that's Halloween related that you want to talk about?
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie? Pumpkin everything! Too much.
Yes.
It's too much.
Listen, pumpkin pie and is really good, but like pumpkin spice everything is kind of going overboard.
Too much.
Just a little.
It's just no.
I do
I
know.
also
Oh, go
sorry.
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say that fall is my favorite time of the year, and I wish it could be fall all the time. And I love the decorations that come along with it.
Colorful
Yes, and orange.
and orange. Yeah, isn't orange your favorite color?
No, yellow is, but
Oh, yellow.
I kind of hate orange, but I don't really hate it. It just depends on what it's used for. So decorations are fine, but depends. It just really depends.
Like orange.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the answer. Just yes.
Yes.
So you don't like orange.
Yeah. For the
Aren't
most part.
you glad that I said something?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll go away now.
I think I know what it is. I think it's orange flavored things. I don't like anything that's orange flavored, except for like maybe orange sherbet. That might be fine.
Oh, I love sherbet.
But I hate grape flavored things. I love grapes, but I hate grape flavored things.
Really?
Oh yeah, I think like Jolly Ranchers, disgusting.
I like Jolly Ranchers in general.
I'm not a big fan of candy anymore, and I didn't know I wouldn't be a big fan of candy growing up. I always thought I would love it as a kid, but truthfully, I think that's why adults just we grow out of it. I have a weird palate now, and I like avocado toast and Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. Don't like hard candies. I like gummies. Actually, what's your I know you don't like candy, but what would your favorite candy be?
Hershey's for sure, but that's a candy bar, so I don't know if that counts.
I mean, they give out small candy bars during Halloween.
If you want
The
like
miniatures.
yeah, and I don't know if you're talking about hard candies because hard candies I actually do like Jolly Ranchers. I just only like the red and blue ones and more of the red than the blue.
Candy out of all the candy.
Oh, jeez. If you know what your answer is, you go first. I'm gonna think about it.
I kind of like gummies the best, like sour gummies,
Ooh,
because for
yes.
some reason I can't taste sour anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's just all sweet to me.
So that's kind of. I'm really glad I can taste the sour because I really like how sour things are. But I know what my favorite candy is now. Do you know what crybabies are?
Yes.
They're the sour candies. They're like really sour, and I love them so much.
It's just really sweet to me. It doesn't taste sour.
It's kind of unfortunate that you can't taste sour things anymore because I actually really like the sourness bitterness taste.
I actually can't taste spicy either.
Okay, I would love to have that palate because I can't handle a lot of spice, but I can handle some spice.
Like sour and spicy, it all tastes sweet to me.
That's crazy.
I don't know why. Like, I
Probably
can
in your
eat hot
genes.
peppers and stuff and jalapeno peppers. It's sweet. I
Hmm.
don't know why. That's why when I like get like pizza or something that's like I get banana peppers on it
Oh, I love banana peppers.
because they're supposed to be I pretty sure they're supposed to be hot, but they got that sweetness to them for me. They're just sweet. I don't know why.
I think you should try that hot sauce challenge. Have you heard of Hot Ones on YouTube?
Yeah,
Yeah, you should definitely try that challenge.
probably.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my nephew has like a collection of hot sauces.
Oh my.
Yeah, he's like got an entire collection, I'm pretty sure, of just really, really good hot sauces.
I like the good ones. Like, if they're too hot, that just kind of defeats the purpose of hot sauce.
Yeah.
But I like the sweet tasting ones. The
I mean,
ones
it's
that,
all sweet to me, so.
well, the ones that give flavor at least. And I love that.
Well, it's weird because, like, the more sour, the more spicy it is, the more sweet it is.
Speaking of hot sauce, I think I'm going to make some ramen after this live broadcast because it
Ooh.
sounds delicious right now. Even though it's not really good for you, the noodles itself aren't good for you, but YOLO. We're, we're old if we're saying that term.
The- 'Cause I'm like starving because I had to take this new medicine and it's been making me really nauseous. Like, the first day that I took it, the next day after I took it, I was like, okay, I'm going to stick with like a small, bland diet for now and eat small things so that I don't like upset my stomach too much.
Hmm.
I ate a piece of toast with a little bit of butter on it, and then I threw up.
I hate throwing up.
I
It's
I
so
do too.
gross, especially when it gets into your nose.
Wh- I have never had that happen. What are you talking about?
Oh, really? I really hope you never have that happen to you. But when you're spewing vomit, as in like projectile vomiting, it goes into your
Oh,
nose and out your nose and it just sticks there.
ugh,
And it has
no.
chunks of stuff in your nose. It's so disgusting. I hate throwing up.
Yeah, it's weird because I can always tell if I'm going to. Like, I can tell if it's just nausea
Yeah.
or if I'm actually going to be sick.
Yeah, me too.
It's there was a few times in my life that I didn't catch it or something, or it was just really sudden, and for some reason I just got sick. Like, it was just really random too. Like, I was going into my room, and I didn't even have food or anything on me. I wasn't eating or anything, and I just got sick.
Sometimes it could be your acid in your body. Maybe you had too much of it, or maybe something unsettled it.
I don't. There's one thing that it's very weird, but I can't eat sausage on pizza,
What? That's sad.
and I think it's because of when I was little. We went to my brother's house, and we had pizza with sausage on it, and then I got sick there, and now I don't. I think it's like a mental thing, like not physical, like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it's okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So I think that's it.
Yeah, that was a good first episode.
So yeah. So that's all for this podcast today. I know it's a little short. It's only like we're getting on to like 40 minutes
Yeah, we are.
actually.
Yeah,
I mean that's a lot longer than I thought it would be, which is good.
yeah. We got a lot of
Um
content.
yeah, lots of content, lots of talking. I always love talking with you. It's
Aw.
just really easy.
I know, and it just seems so natural, and you can just talk normally and you don't have to force anything.
Yeah. It's, I just lost my train of thought.
I do the same thing.
Oh no.
It's okay. Here.
Oh, so we will be doing this again every Wednesday now. So we will see you next Wednesday. We haven't really figured out an exact time for when we'll be doing this. Probably we'll try to figure out something, and that or we'll just do it randomly in the morning.
Yes, for sure.
It's probably best to do it at a certain time, but oh well.
Of course. We could always try to wake up at our normal time and be ready to do the podcast around 9 o'clock. And so that way it gives us enough time to, if we need to do anything or get anything ready or talk about what we're going to talk about.
I need time since for some reason, because I set my alarm for 7:30 and somehow I slept through it.
Oh no.
And I didn't wake up till Buddy was like whining and crying at me to wake up, and I was like, okay, I'll wake up.
Aww.
Yeah,
well,
he was crying this morning when I got up. He was like, please wake up, I love you. so I had to get up and take care of Buddy. If no one knows, Buddy is my dog. He's a little toy poodle slash he's a toy poodle and a how do you say that, Shih Tzu?
Yeah, Shih Tzu.
Yeah, he's a Shih Tzu and a toy poodle mix, I'm pretty sure.
Don't ever try to spell the word Shih Tzu because it's like SHIH.
Yeah, it's weird spelling. Alright, so we will see you guys next Wednesday.
Absolutely.
Make sure to follow Ella Rose down below, the little heart. Please follow. And also, I also have a channel called Summer Mushrooms. We'll probably add that to your channel as like as a follow channel, like to follow on yours. I don't know. I'm still new to Twitch too, so I don't know how.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. With both of us being new together, we'll figure it out somehow.
I'm very hungry now.
All right. Okay. All right.
All right.
Do you know how to end this?
Yes,
this
I
stream?
do. Have a good day, you guys.
Goodbye, everyone.